In the audience today, we have Nicholas and Veronica, and my mother and my grandma. How many of you love pets? You probably also care about their health, or at least I hope so. A simple yet important aspect of your pet's health is having healthily trimmed nails. I've been working with animals for about 5 years now, and I trim animal nails almost every day. And I'm here today to teach you how to successfully and effectively trim your pet's nails. Long nails can cause discomfort if they get too long, and I've actually seen them start to curve into the pet's paw pads. Over time, this can cause arthritis from the pressure on the contact points. But I'm going to take you first through the anatomy of the nail, and then we are going to discuss some techniques and tips for trimming. Now, in order to do this right, you have to know the anatomy of the nail a little bit, and it's not that complicated. The quick is the blood vessel that supplies blood flow to the nail. And this is what Washington State University's teaching hospital defines the quick as. You do not want to cut the quick because not only will it hurt your pet a lot, but it will cause them to bleed. Imagine someone cutting your nail past the pink part. That would hurt a lot. Now, the quick is easily seen on animals who have white nails, and you can see this as the pink part inside the nail. Black nails are a little more difficult since the quick is also black in black nails, so it just takes a little more patience. But now that you can identify the quick, let's get into some technique. If your pet doesn't mind, it's easier to hold them if they're small enough, just against your body, or have them lie down on the floor or a table if they're larger. It also helps having a second person, but not everyone has that availability. Now you want to use one hand to hold the paw between two fingers, and then you want to squeeze so that you push their nail out so you're squeezing their toe to push their nail out. And the other hand, you're going to grab the trimmer so that you're almost against the quick, if you can see it, but not quite right against it, and then just cut at a 45-degree angle to the point of the nail. Black nails take longer because you cannot see the quick from the outside. So you just have to take little by little off until you see the beginning of the quick, which you can see as a slightly darker black and a little bit softer to the touch in the core of the nail. And once you trim the first nail, you can use that length that you cut off to approximate how long the rest of the nails will be. So I asked one of my technicians that I work with, Stacy Duncan, about the different kinds of equipment that she's seen used over the years. And the first piece that I would like to mention is the typical scissors, which have just two blades that come together to cut. They often have an orange handle, but they can come in any color. And that is the most common style. There's also a guillotine style, which has one blade that comes out in slices, but this is used less often and more on smaller breeds. And then the third most common type is a Dremel, which is just like a high-speed rotary tool that you use to grind and sand down the nail. Kind of like a high-powered nail file. So, are you ready to get her done? Not all pets are as eager to get their nail trimmed, so I'm going to share some tips to make the experience less stressful for both you and your pet. So you just want to get them used to being touched on their feet, holding their feet, grabbing their toes, giving them treats so that they know that it's not a bad thing when you go to touch their feet. Also, just use positive reinforcement. Veterinarians.org also recommends this, using favorite treats, favorite adventures following nail trims so that they have something to look forward to. And if they're super food motivated, use that to your advantage. One thing we like to do at my job is someone offers a dog, for example, frozen baby food, so they're too busy licking it to even realize what's going on with their feet. You can also try just doing one nail a day. Hit them while they're sleeping. If they're a heavy sleeper, you grab one nail, clip it, and then they wake up like, what's going on? And that's all you do for the day. One thing that you do want to have on deck when trimming any animal's nails is styptic powder. I personally use Quick Stop, quick being spelled Kwik, which is just a powder you pack on in case you do quick them, because it happens, and that just stops the bleeding. In a pinch, you could use flour, but it's better to use the styptic powder as the blood clotting. You can also file your pet's nails so that you can reduce the frequency of your nail trims. But all that said, there is a lot to know about trimming your pet's nails, and it's a very important aspect of your pet's health. Although it may seem scary at first, taking the time to learn the proper technique will be a great benefit. By keeping on top of regular nail maintenance, you and your pet can live life more comfortably. So relax your pet, find the quick, and cut. Nothing is better than a healthy, happy, furry friend.